I think a week also, and I think I received from Ishan as well. Let me quickly
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Yes. So
And I told you which ones I need. It's tip diagrams and maybe like the uh, expanded form.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
So
diagrams too.
yeah, we'll go through that anyways. So um,
Why
um
is Sammy not joining?
who?
Sammy.
Sammy will join after the summer break. So I talked to Sammy for you. Her dad said that she was not well, and after that she will join.
Oh,
So they are going to India for a break. So after the break, they will come back, and then Sammy will join. So till that time,
is
we'll
Sam
manage without Sammy in the
is
class.
Sammy a new kid or something?
Sammy is a new kid. She's she's the other girl in the class apart from you guys. So that's why Shalini is waiting for Sammy to join so that she doesn't feel being the odd one out, isn't it, Shalini? Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
just like don't know why she not joining.
Okay. Don't worry about that. I mean, see, when we started, we had only Gitesh in the class. Then no, Ayush joined. Then Ishan joined. Abhik joined. You joined. So now we have five kids in the class.
Will
You
be
never know. This five might become seven. Then two girls join, and then you have people to talk to. Anyways, so let's
many
come
of
back to
them will
the
join.
class. So Ishan, you have mentioned that you would want to understand about the strip diagrams. Okay, right? And then expanded forms. So these two I will explain to you separately in a different class. Okay, so that way you and probably Salini both. I'll probably figure out an evening that works for both of you. Okay, between Monday to Friday, and I'll explain these two topics. Will that be okay?
Yeah, okay. Other joins at the
So
evenings. I checked.
yeah, yes, Salini.
My brother joins at the evenings, right?
Uh,
And Saturday, Sundays.
no, not Saturday, Sunday evening. I'm saying that between Monday to Friday, whichever day works best for you both, I will take one class for you both and walk you through those concepts. Okay. I would
Definitely
actually need
not
to know.
Monday.
I would myself need to learn these two topics. Okay. The reason being, I don't know what are the things that is taught to you guys in your grade. I don't want to give you something which is loaded and complicated for you guys, and then you'll end up spending effort which you
Wait,
can spend later.
right now I'm looking at I'm looking at what I sent you, and I'm pretty sure I know what the bar graph is, but like I kind of forgot.
Which
I
one?
know.
Bar graph?
Yeah.
Bar
Oh,
graph is simple.
bar graphs are simple. I know
Bar-
what these pictographs.
okay.
I
So I know you guys are tempted to talk. Hold it for 5 minutes, and then I'm sure half of your questions will be gone. Let me share my screen quickly. Okay. Just for 5 minutes. And then you will see how easy it is to relate. Okay. Now, let me know once you're able to see my screen.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I see not them. Yet. Yeah.
How about the white screen?
Not yet.
Not
What?
yet.
Not yet. No, I can
Nobody?
see it. I could see it.
Yeah, that's
I
what.
can internet.
I'm sure everybody can see it except one or
Yeah, I
two.
can. Now I
And
can see it.
whoever, okay, if you guys are not able to see it, that means there's something wrong on the network at your part. So you'll have to disconnect and join back again. Okay. But, anyways, since everybody is able to see it, let me do some magic here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't jump to a conclusion. Hold your horses for a little bit. I will tell you what I'm trying to tell. Just give me 2 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
Don't rush. Okay. Now, okay.
Bar graphs.
Uh, don't rush. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. Um, because I need to explain what I'm trying to plot here, right? So now, in this side, it is height in centimeter, okay, and this side it is age in years. So let's say what I'm doing saying here is when I was 3 years old, my height was, let's say, 115 centimeter. I know this is way too much, but still I'm just making it up. When I was 5 years old, my height was 120 centimeters. When I was 10 years old, my height was 125 centimeters. When I was 12 years old, my age was 135 centimeters. What I'm trying to do here is I'm telling you guys a story in a way that is easy to understand. If forget about this graph and imagine if I was not sharing my screen and I was still telling you that, you know what, when I was 3 years old, I was no this much this tall. When I was 5 years old, I was this tall. When I was 8 years old, I was this tall. You will hear that story that will sound nice to your ears, and you'll forget it the next moment because there is no intuitive view to the information. So okay, you saw a bar graph. Okay, let me not give you any further theory. Let me show you something again. Let's say when COVID happened, okay, in 2023 March, this many people got infected. April, this many got infected. May, this many got infected. June, this many got infected. July, this many got infected. August, September. This is 2023, okay? And this is here in millions of people or 100,000, let's say. This is 100,000, this is 200,000, this is 300,000, this is 400,000, this is 500,000. Now, I'm plotting this as a bar graph. This is called bar graph, okay? This looks more pictures, more intuitive.
I
Well, you
know
can
what
relate it. Now,
I just forgot.
I'm sorry.
Pictograph. I
What is
just
that?
I just forgot it.
You
I
got
know.
it?
Yeah, now I remember.
Okay. No. So again, even see, there is no harm in looking at this differently, right? You might have seen different types of graphs. I'm trying to give you a different information here. So I'm saying that okay, this is something which is plotting number of people or number of infections reported in the COVID infections reported in the year 2023. This is March, April, May, June, July, August, September, let's say. So by looking at this graph, what you can understand, okay, in March, 100,000, April that became 250,000, June was 400,000, July was 700,000, August actually came down. August again became 300,000, meaning that some people got cured. And then September remained the same. So it was stable. And then October, it actually came down to 100,000. That means the, the vaccine or the treatments were working. So all the graphs or the charts that we deal with, these are nothing but a way to statistically represent the data, which people can understand in a simpler way. Any questions so far?
No, I have a
You know,
problem. I can't see the screen and all. I can't see anybody.
So you can't see any the screen. That means we can do one thing. You have to disconnect and try joining again. And if that doesn't work, then I will stop and start sharing again. Or wait, Abhi, wait one thing, 1 second. Let me stop and start sharing one more time. Let's see if that helps.
Oh, that
Okay.
helps.
I'm sharing the screen again. Let's see if that helps.
Yeah, I can.
Can everybody see it
Now
now?
I can see everybody. Now I can see
Okay. Can
everybody.
you see the white
Yeah.
screen now?
What?
Can you see the white screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So Abhi, I don't know when you joined. You joined little late, but wanted to know the bar graph that we are seeing on the screen. Are you familiar with this? Are you aware of this? Or do you have any doubt about what we have seen just now?
No.
What does the no mean? You have no doubt or you don't know?
I don't have any doubt because I know what a bar graph is.
Ah, okay. No, so basically I'm just repeating myself. So when we all know what a bar graph is, we the way we learn is we think that, oh, this is a new concept, this is tough, this is difficult. But these are some of the things that we end up learning to make our lives easier, understanding the information easier, making decisions easier, or getting a different view of the information. Because if I keep on telling you a story, you will forget what I say. But if I put that information in the form of a graph or a chart, that makes it easy to understand. And that is exactly what the purpose of a graph or a chart is. Okay? Yeah. All right. Now let me go back to see if anybody has any question or doubt before I proceed. I see Gitesh has raised his hand. Yeah, Gitesh.
You said, like, if you send like pictures, we'll have like separate classes, right? Will everyone have separate classes?
No, so see, for the coming week, what I'm planning is because I know all of you have start test coming up in few weeks. So this is an extra offer that I'm giving to you guys that no for next 5 days only, Monday to Friday. If you have any doubt, reach out to me, ping me, send me a WhatsApp, send me a telegram through your parents saying that okay, I'm available from 6 to 7 because it's the only window I can offer. Okay, I
So are
from
you gonna take classes?
yes, I will
I
take
don't know,
classes.
since I don't know strip diagrams.
Yes, I will take classes for you. Yep, I
Okay.
will. I'll do one class for you between Monday to Friday. You choose a date. Okay. Only thing
I'll
is,
ask
it
you
has to
that.
be from 6 to 7 p.m. Okay, that's the only window I can offer. I can do it after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So talk to your parents, look at your calendar, see if you have any other classes, and choose a date and let me know. Okay,
Okay.
and others can also join. I mean, this is I'm going to publish once you confirm. I'll publish it to the entire
Is
group
it
saying
only one day or can we choose multiple days?
it'll be 1 day per student. That's what I'm thinking, so that no, I can give chance to other students also, right? If I do 5 days only for you and others also have some doubt, I would that would not be a good state to be in, right? And if you're talking about two topics for you, right, uh, it'll be easy. We can do it in one day. I don't have any doubt why it would take more than a class. Okay. All right. So yeah, Gitesh, you were saying something. You had raised your hand. I'm waiting for you. Any questions?
I already asked my question and you answered it.
Oh, okay. All right. Salni has a question too. Yes, Salni.
So I can't. If you put any class for like Ishant and me, I can't have it on Monday and Wednesday.
So that's what. So sorry. So what I'm hearing from you is you are available on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So
Yes.
Ishan can tell me whether he is available for either the 3 days or not. In case he says he's not, I'll figure it out. So then, in that case, worst case scenario, it might so happen that uh, one class for you, one class for Ishan. That also is fine. I'll figure it out. Okay. All right. Let's go to the list. Okay. So Before I proceed further, Gitesh, you have to send me that list of topics that you have not
Yes,
sent
I
yet,
will. Yes, I
and
will.
you will not get time beyond today. Okay, you have to send it before end of day today. Now,
Okay.
Ishan has sent, and also I saw Abhik has sent his list of topics. So for Ishan, we had discussed. Let's go to Abhik and see which one he is um wanting me to focus on. Let me quickly look at it. So Abhik, your topics I received were geometry, different types of quadrilaterals, line of symmetry, fractions, compare and operations, decimals, strategy for multi-step problems. Okay. So let's start with
Yes.
the first one, geometry, different types of quadrilaterals. Tell me if you have any doubt. Okay. So let me just do a quick recap. I'll not take more than 5 minutes for talking about the types of quadrilaterals. Okay. I have done that in the previous class. Let's start with what is a quadrilateral. Anything that has four sides, any shape that has four sides, or if I want to be more explicit, I would say any closed shape. Okay, this is not a quadrilateral because this is not closed. Okay, so any shape that is a closed, anything that is a closed shape, that is called quadrilateral. Now there are different types of quadrilaterals. We start with this called rectangle. Do you know what is a rectangle, Abhik and everybody?
Yes.
The
Yes.
property you remember, opposite sides are equal to each other in length. Okay, and every angle is 90 degree. I hope everybody remembers this. Let me know if there's a doubt.
I remember.
Okay, Abhik, are you clear?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this is the first quadrilateral. Second quadrilateral is nothing but something similar to the previous one, that is called square, where all the sides are of same length. Meaning, if one is 5 centimeters, every side will be 5 centimeters, and the angles are 90 degree. Meaning, the sides are perpendicular to each other. So, rectangle also have all the sides perpendicular to each other. Squares also have all the sides perpendicular to each other. Only difference is squares have all the sides same, wherein rectangles have only the opposite sides being same. Any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay.
You
Then
mean
the
parallelogram?
I'm sorry? No, no,
Parallel
no,
sets?
don't rush. We'll go step by step. Okay. Now the third type is called, okay, let's, since Salini was saying parallelogram, let's talk about parallelogram. Parallelogram is also a type of quadrilateral, where the first thing to remember is the opposite sides are parallel to each other, equal and parallel to each other. Now, this word parallel has come into play. We have not talked about so far. First is opposite sides are equal to each other. That is same as what we have seen in rectangle. But we are saying opposite sides are parallel to each other. What does parallel mean? The sides are parallel means it's like two lines, like the two sides. If we say they are parallel to each other, that means if you extend them in any direction, they will never meet. So if you look at this pair of line, okay, if I'm saying they are not going to meet, probably you will not trust me. If I show you this kind of line, will they ever meet? If you extend them, if I extend them, they will meet somewhere here.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are not
Yes.
parallel. So the best example is a railway track. If you guys have seen what a railway track is, that is the best example of a parallel line or pair of parallel lines. Because the railway tracks will never ever get closer to each other or meet. The day they do so, there'll be a train accident. Okay. So parallel lines are nothing but a pair of lines that never meets, no matter how far you extend them. So when you look at a parallelogram, it is a quadrilateral, meaning a shape with four sides, where the opposite sides are equal, meaning this one is equal to this guy is equal to this guy, and the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Now you can think, oh, there's a one railway track this way, and there's another railway track this way, and they are not going to meet. Okay. Now, if you go back a little bit and compare that with what we have seen with rectangles and squares, there also the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Okay. Eventually, they will not meet. Okay. So that is why people say a rectangle is also a parallelogram, because rectangle has all the properties of a parallelogram. It opposite sides are same and they are parallel. But every parallelogram is not a rectangle. Why? Because it never says that parallelogram will have all the angles 90 degree. This is not correct. So parallelogram is a much bigger group where you can have different types of quadrilaterals, but their angles may or may not be 90 degree. So two examples. If I look at this as a parallelogram versus I look at this as a parallelogram, both are parallelogram because opposite sides are equal and parallel. This this is also equal and parallel, but this is perpendicular 90 degree, perfect 90 degree, like a wall.
I don't understand how a rectangle is a parallelogram, but a parallelogram is not a rectangle.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That not every parallelogram is a rectangle. So you can have some parallelograms like what I have drawn just now. The opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other, but they are not rectangle because the angles are not 90 degree. Meaning the walls are tilted. So if I can show you guys something, I'm just trying to figure out. I don't have,
Then how is a rectangle a parallelogram?
because a rectangle's definition, a rectangle has opposite sides equal. That's the first criteria for a parallelogram. And the opposite sides are parallel to each other also, meaning they will not meet. If you look at your computer screen and look at the two edges, they are two parallel lines. Even if your screen becomes bigger, you expand it, stretch the sides, it will not meet. So rectangle has opposite sides equal and parallel to each other. That is what qualifies it to become a parallelogram or called a parallelogram. However, if you are looking at a parallelogram, it never says that your angles have to be 90 degrees. So the only difference between a parallelogram and a rectangle is a rectangle has to have all the angles as 90 degree, wherein parallelogram doesn't have that as a criteria for being called a parallelogram. Am I making sense so far?
Yes.
You need this as an example.
What is that?
An example.
Yeah, let me see what you are showing right now. Let me see what Salini is showing all of us. So this is a parallelogram or a rectangle. Yes. But can you twist it a little bit? I'm just trying to find out something. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. So look at this guy. Okay. This is a rectangle or a parallelogram. Okay. I mean the if you are at the side at the bottom also. Okay. If I tilt it like this, okay, it moves. Okay. And both the sides are parallel, but the angle is not 90 degree always. So this was not a very good example. It was not a very nice thing. I could not play much with it, but there are toys that you can see, where you can kind of twist a little bit, it will twist in that direction. Yeah. Okay. This is a rectangle or a parallelogram, but we are not able to change the angle. No, this you cannot change. Okay, leave it. That's fine. This is not a parallelogram. This has 6 sides.
I
Okay.
had it on. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Correct. Okay. All right. Let's focus back. So, at least we know what is a rectangle, what is a square, what is a parallelogram. I hope none of you have any doubt about any of the three shape or its properties that we have talked so far. Yeah. Now, other shape or a quadrilateral that we can talk about would be is called a rhombus. So, what is a rhombus? Rhombus is a sibling of a square. That's how I say it. So you have a square. Oops. You have a square like this. All the angles are 90-degree. Now, if this is my square, okay, the two sides I'm looking at. If I squeeze the sides from the two corners and make it thinner, so my square becomes like this. So the sides are of same length, but they became thinner. Okay, meaning what I did was I squeezed the square from these two corners and made it thinner. What happens is all the four sides are equal, but they're not 90-degree. And that is what calls it, that is what makes it a rhombus. Okay. So we talked about rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram. Let's look at few more shapes. Now let's look at something which is not very symmetric. It's called a trapezium or trapezoid. The only thing here is, if you look at rectangle or parallelogram, you have opposite sides parallel to each other. Here, only one pair of sides are parallel. These two are not. Because if you extend them, they'll go and meet somewhere. Okay. This is called trapezoid or trapezium. That is a property of a trapezoid. Now, any questions so far?
No.
Abhik?
Is it a parallelogram?
No, I did not say that. I said this is a trapezoid. Parallelogram is something where you have all the opposite sides parallel to each other. So if I say this will be a parallelogram because this side and this side are parallel, meaning if I extend them, they will not meet. Okay. Or if I extend this side, they will also not meet. This side also they will not meet. Meaning the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Here in this case, if you look at this guy, this is a trapezoid or trapezium. Only one pair of sides are parallel. Only one pair. So this one are parallel. This one and this one, which are opposite to each other, are not parallel because if I extend them, they will go and meet somewhere because this is slanting towards each other or leaning towards each other. Okay. So this is called
No, a
trapezium.
trapezoid is not a parallel.
It
Does
is
not
not a
have
parallelogram.
parallel
No, it is
sides.
not a parallelogram. Nope. Okay. Then I don't know whether you guys know about it. There's another shape called kite. It's
I
something that
know.
we used to fly when we were small. I mean, when I was small.
I know.
You know this? So this is
Yeah.
so kite is something. It's also quadrilateral. Only difference is, I mean, the property of this guy is these two adjacent sides are equal. The bottom two adjacent sides are equal, meaning this guy and this guy. Okay, let me make it more clear. Okay, the sides with one line are equal. The sides with two lines are equal. So the top two are equal, bottom two are equal. That's what makes it symmetric and makes it fly properly. If we don't make it that way, it will not be a kite. So these are the shapes that mostly we deal with when it comes to quadrilateral. Abik, any questions on this one before I move to the next one?
No.
Okay. Now let's go to fractions. There's something called line of symmetry also that you had mentioned. So line of symmetry is something which is more like a reference. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at a kite that we were looking at. Okay, where this side are same, this side are same. There are two invisible lines, or there could be few more actually, which divides into two equal parts and creates two mirror images. Now, what do you mean by mirror images? That's what you might ask me. Mirror image is something like an image that the mirror creates. Now, what it means is, if you look at the mirror, if you look at your face in the mirror, what you will find is whatever is there in your surrounding, the same thing is being visible inside the mirror also, right? If you, in your room, you can see the table on your, in your mirror, where you have two glasses kept, you will see inside the mirror also you can see two glasses. So it creates an exact copy of what you have in your surrounding. That's what is mirror image. Meaning you can just overlay both of them, over each other, and there'll be no nothing. If I say my both my hands are mirror images, what does it mean? If I overlay my one hand over other, if you see it from this side, you'll only see one hand. If you see it from this side, you'll see only one hand. Yeah, that's what is mirror image. If my hands were not of the same size, it would have looked something like this. And this is not mirror image. Yeah. So this line of symmetry creates a mirror image. Let's draw it. Okay. If see this guy is taller, this is shorter. If I use this line and think that this is the mirror, on the bottom you see bigger different shape. Here you see different shape. But if I don't use this line to divide this, but I use this line. Now you see this. This is one side of the mirror, this is one side of the mirror. This line, a line that divides any object into two equal or identical pieces, that is called line of symmetry. Okay. Here, this is line of symmetry. If you're talking about, let's say, a parallelogram, you can draw a line which in the center, which divides this into two equal pieces. Now, this is the line of symmetry, which is both the sides, it's equal. Okay. It will not, you'll probably say that, okay, this doesn't look like mirror image, but actually you'll have to flip that. When you flip it, both the sides are same. Similarly, here, a line, if you draw in the middle of this will be a mirror image. Same thing. All these lines are called line of symmetry, which essentially divides this object into two equal pieces or two mirror image of each other. This is a rectangle. If I draw a line with through the middle, center of this, the vertical lines, this is a mirror. This creates a mirror image, and this is called line of symmetry. So all these lines that breaks the objects into two equal pieces, that's called line of symmetry. Any questions so far? And you can do that with any object. If you're talking about a triangle also, there'll be a line of symmetry. Yeah.
So like if you split it, that means like it looks same on each side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it actually does two things. It divides into two equal pieces, and then it looks same on both the sides. It you can overlay it over each other. Okay. It'll be like a perfect fit. Like the way you see books in the library. If all the books are of different size, the library looks very unorganized, right? If you are keeping same size books in the same aisle, then that makes it look symmetric. That is what is here. This is the line which divides the objects into two parts to make it look symmetric. That is why it is called line of symmetry. And there could be multiple lines of symmetry for an object. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody was saying something. Go ahead.
I was just doing like the line of symmetry.
What is that?
I said like the line of symmetry when you were saying it.
Okay, okay, okay. So you understood it, right? Okay, good. Ayush, uh, Abhi, any doubt?
No,
No. Gitesh, any doubt?
I don't have any doubt.
Okay, all right. So this is line of symmetry. Now comes the fraction. Fractions and um, fractions. Compare and operations. Okay. What is fraction first? Fraction is when you are breaking something into smaller pieces. I have an apple and I have two kids. Can I give one apple to both of them? No, I have only one. What I will do, break it into two equal pieces and give both the pieces to both my kids. So if I have one apple, let's say this is the apple that I have. Does it look like apple? No, it does not, right? Okay, okay, fine. Leave it. So if I have something, let's say $1.
Chocolate bar?
I'm sorry, chocolate bar. Yeah. If I have a chocolate bar and I have to give it to, distribute it equally among my two kids, what I will do, I'll break this into half. Half, meaning 1 by 2. One thing divided into two parts. That is what is fraction. Now, if I had five kids and I had to distribute the bar, what I will do, I'll break this into five pieces. One thing broken into five pieces, 1 by 5. That is what is a fraction. Now, it might so happen that I have $3 and I have to distribute that $3 among four kids. So $3 distributed among four kids. This is a fraction. Numerator says what is that you are dividing. Denominator says by how many, into how many people or into how many parts. That is the basic definition of fraction. Before I move forward, let's see what question Salini has. Yes, Salini.
It's like a strip diagram. Sorry, a fraction strip.
No, so fraction is a fraction. Let's not mix it with anything else. Okay, that's what I would say. Because there are a lot of things that we end up learning, but if we try learning two things simultaneously, there's a possibility of we going wrong. Okay. So here we'll say fraction is a fraction. Very simply put, I have something that I cannot give as a whole. That's why we end up dealing with fractions. Okay. Now, what I was saying was, I have $3. Okay, I got $3 extra. I wanted to give it to my kids, and let's say I have four kids. I mean, I don't have four kids. I have actually two kids. But if I have to distribute it among four kids, what will I do?
Imagine it.
I have to split it. I have to break it. Right? You guys would have seen, right? Sometimes mommy makes cake and says, "Okay." I mean, let's say if there are two kids at home, does the mommy make two cakes? No, they will. She will make one cake and say, "Okay, I will distribute it to both of them." Or let's say if it's a family of four, the same cake or the pie that we buy, we break this into four pieces. That is what is fraction. One thing broken into four is 1 by 4. One thing broken into two is 1 by 2. Two things distributed among three people is 2 by 3. Three things distributed among five people, 3 by 5. That is what fraction means. Just read this like a story. When you see a fraction, that is exactly what it means. If somebody says, come on, 7 by 8, what it means is seven things distributed equally among eight people. It could be seven bananas, it could be $7, it could be 7 acres of land, it could be seven houses. Doesn't matter. Seven whole things distributed among this many people. Okay. Now let's look at this. I have one apple. I'm distributing among two kids. Both the kids will get 1 by 2. If I have two apples, I'm distributing among four kids.
Equal in fractions.
It is equivalent fractions. Yeah. So equivalent fraction, you will see that numerator by denominator will be same. Basically, it's something with division. Okay, if you divide 4 by 2, you will get 2. If you divide 2 by 1, you'll get 2. If you divide the denominator by the numerator, you'll get the same value in both the case if they are equivalent fractions. What are the examples? Let's say 2 by 5, 4 by 10. Are these equivalent fractions?
Yes.
They are. 1 by 8, 2 by 16, 3 by 24. Are these equivalent fractions?
Yeah.
They are. So, Abik, is it,
Yeah.
is it helping you with what you wanted to learn?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have covered uh, geometry, different types of quadrilaterals, line of symmetry, and fractions. Now, now comes compare and operations. So, comparison part we did. Now, let's look at operations. Do you guys know how to add fractions?
Yeah, I do.
You do. Abik, how about you?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You know how to find the LCM and all?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you are dealing
I
with
know
fractions,
them.
yeah, if you're dealing with fractions, you should be able to, first thing you have to do is you have to find out the LCM and then do the calculation. So you should know how to calculate the LCM. If you have any doubt, let me know. Yeah, Gitesh, you're saying something.
Sir, can you like I like to use my school method of using like doing how to add and subtract fractions. Can I do it like that?
Yeah, why not? I mean, see, you don't have the option of going wrong. And any same sum you can do in 5 different ways. As you guys grow, as you guys learn more, you will come to a point where you'll be able to solve the same sum in probably 3 or 4 ways. You can always choose which one you find easy, which one you can do faster, which one you are able to recall at the time of exam or when you're trying to solve the sum. So there is no hard and fast rule saying that yes, this problem has to be solved only in one way. Okay. So more you learn, more the options you will have. So that
Okay.
is why I encourage you guys to learn different approaches. I know your teacher will say, oh, this is the way to do it that way only. I would not say that. I would not say that, oh, this is the way to do it, just do this way. No, I'll say you have two options now. One you have learned from your teacher in the school, and one is your teacher on the weekend. And then that enables you to have two options, and you can always choose which option you want, find comfortable. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Salini has a question. Yes, Salini.
I forgot what the LCM is.
Hmm. So LCM. So note it down. The next class that we are going to talk about, we'll do LCM also. Okay. I don't want to do LCM in this
I
class.
don't know what your LCM is too.
That is very nice. So you both will be in the same class. You'll learn it from me together. Okay. I mean, I can do that LCM in this class, but I'm trying not to because that way we can cover the other topics for Ishan. For Abik. That will cover fourth grade, star preparation, and then I can focus more on the pace once. Gitesh once he sends it across, and then for Ishan and Salini, we anyways have a plan for doing it during the week. And again, same thing for Ayush also. So Ayush, you remember LCM, right? We have done it probably 2 times
Yeah.
in 2 classes. Yeah. But if you have any doubt, just let me know, Ayush. Okay. So next week, basically from Monday to Friday, all the 5 days, I'm offering you guys a class 1 hour window from 6 to 7 p.m. If you have any doubt, just send me a message to your parents, and I can get to a one-on-one class with you guys and explain the things. Okay. I don't want you to go to start test and say, hey, this one I had not learned. I did not get time. That is not a good thing. Okay. All right. So LCM. So Ishan and Salini, you guys will help me recall or help me remember that we have to cover LCM also in your class. Okay, during the week. Yeah. All right. So then we go to, okay. So you know the operation part, right? Abhik, you said Abhik and um Ayush. This will be important
Yes.
for you both. Okay. Now decimal compare and multiplications. This is interesting. Do you remember what is decimals? What is comparison of decimals? How do you do multiplication with decimals? Do you remember that? Okay, I have some guests at home. My brother has come, so I'm just trying to find out a place where I can sit and teach you guys. Okay, now it's fine. So, do you know how to deal with decimals? Or let me put it this way: do you know what is a
Yes,
decimal?
I do. Yes,
Uh,
I do.
Gitesh would know for sure. Uh, how about uh, how about Ayush and Abik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember? Okay. Let's spend 5 minutes on decimals. Okay. Again, like the way we learned fractions, fraction is something which comes into play when you cannot deal with whole numbers. If I have 1, this is a whole. If I have 1 by 2, this is a fraction. Meaning I did not have the option of getting the full thing. If I had 2 bananas to eat by myself, wonderful, no issues. If I had 3 more family members with whom I had to share this banana, this is what it is. I don't have a full banana at my disposal now. Yeah. This is what is a fraction. That's what we learned, right? And we looked at the equivalent fraction and everything. Now, when you look at decimal, now let's look at some scenarios. I have $1, I have $2, I have $5, I have $10, I have $100. Okay. Okay, this is something normal, very normal. Right? We deal with it. These are whole numbers also, and whole numbers of dollars. Wonderful. Now, this is now if somebody says I have $1.25. This is where decimal comes into picture. Whatever you have on the left hand side of the decimal is the whole number. Whatever you have on the right hand side of the decimal is the
That's the
fractional.
cents.
I'm sorry,
That's the cents.
that's the sense. So if I say cent, this one. I'll say I am going to fill 1.2 gallons in my car of gas in my car. That means this is the full gallon, this is the partial gallon, this is the full dollar, this is the partial dollar. Okay, you can call it cents, or we'll see what conversion applies. But yeah, whatever you have after the decimal, that is the partial part. It is not the full part. Now let's do it. If I say 1.25, it means one complete and one fourth of a complete. 1.5, one full, zero point 0.5 or half of something. One full and a half. If I say 2.25, two full and one fourth. Yeah. If you relate that with the dollar, that makes it even easier to understand. If you say 1.30 means $1 30 cents. Yeah. Now let's say if I have to add, now when you're dealing with decimal is a magical thing. Decimal allows you to add as many zeros as you want. Now you will ask me why and how. If I have 100, okay, just 100. If I add a zero here, it's okay, no problem. This is the same value. 100 remains 100. But if I add a zero here, it becomes 1,000. Not acceptable. This and this are different. These are not same, right? Somebody has raised hand. Let me see. Who is it? No?
It was me, but uh,
You can
like
park it.
I wanted to say something, but I don't know how to put it in words.
Okay. So hold it till I complete whatever I'm saying. Okay. Now, so what I was saying was if I have a number, let's say 15, I put a zero here. No damage done. 15 remains 15. If I put a zero here, this becomes 150. Not same. This is different. But in case of decimal, it gives you that extra power or the magic to play with zeros. If I have, let's say, $1.25, you can literally put as many zeros in the beginning or later. No damage done. You can put 100 zeros also if you want to. Okay. Only word of caution is if you have 1.1, let's say, or 1 point this. Putting 0 after whatever you have is fine. Before also is fine. Do not dare to put a 0 in between. This and this are not same. Okay. So I'm saying the decimal gives you the power to add zeros before or after. Okay. Before the before the decimal, meaning here before the this whole number, or after the decimal numbers. Don't try to insert a 0 in between. Now you'll tell me why, what is the point of no you blabbering so far. Now this is the point. If I have to add 1.1 with 1.079, how will you add? What you have to do is first make sure that number of decimals for both the numbers are same. If you add two zeros, now it looks much easier. Adding, subtracting, whatever we have to do will be easier. Okay. That was a that was the reason for me telling you the magic that decimal brings with it. Okay. Now, not sure how many of you have any doubt about if I have to add these two. Can you guys add this? This?
Yes, I can add it. Can I?
Okay. No, you don't have to add. But just try to confirm if you guys are able to. I mean, if you guys know how to do it. Gites, I
Yeah.
know you can do it. Shalini, you can do it. Are you able to do it? Will you be able to do it if you get a sum like this?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Ayush and uh, Abhi?
Wait, can I say what the answer is?
I don't want to worry about the answer. I don't want you guys to worry about the answer either. My point is,
2 and 179 thousandths.
yeah, yeah. So, so can you do it? That's what my point is. Do you
Yeah.
know how to do it? Okay. How about you,
Sure,
Ishan?
I do it.
Ishan,
I think so.
you don't think so? So that is
I
what I was trying to confirm. That is, see, let's say, okay, everybody, just hold it for 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
say,
Accidentally did.
okay. So, okay. Let's say somebody says add 2.1 with 1.746. Okay. Add these two. First thing you have to do is you have to make it look similar, make it look identical, make it look friendly, make it look like from the same family. Okay. How will you do it? Meaning both the numbers should have equal number of digits after, before and after the decimal. Now before the decimal it has one digit, it has one digit, no problem. After the decimal it has one digit, here you have three digits. So first thing you will do is you'll make it look like from the same family. 2.1 and 1.746. Always write it very cleanly. Okay, keep enough gap between the numbers. Now you know that these are not looking from the same family. And there is one teacher who told you that decimal gives you the power of zero. You can put as many zeros. I can put one zero here, looks better. I can put one more zero here. Now both the numbers have equal number of digits after the decimal points. Yeah. Now I can play with this. This is the first thing you will do. This I'm adding. Simple addition. Nothing. You have to just make sure that you're writing decimal at the decimal place and the numbers look next to each other. 0 plus 6, 6. 0 plus 4, 4. 1 plus 7, 8. 2 plus 1, 3. And you will just put a decimal after the three digits. Here also you have three digits. Here also you have three digits. Here also you have after three digits. That's it. Okay. This is a simple addition. So
I thought because of the decimal, we had to do something different.
no, you don't have to. So the only different thing you are doing is you are making them look like from the same family by adding enough number of zeros without changing the value. Okay. So addition, if you can do it this way, you can do subtraction also the same way. Okay. Multiplication, division, I will teach you in the next class. I don't want to
Oh,
overwhelm you guys with multiplication, division this class.
can
Only,
you
uh-huh, sorry.
can you just give me no the mind man?
So, okay, multiplication, division of fraction, of decimals, okay,
That's
2.4.
easy.
It's very easy. If somebody
Yes.
to multiply this with 3.1, you have two options. You can do it like a regular multiplication,
And then
or
put the
decimal in the right place, or
yeah.
second approach is you convert this into a fraction and then you do
Oh.
the
I
huh?
don't want to do all of that.
So, no, so both are possible actually, because when you convert this into fraction, this makes the number smaller. Okay, it might so happen that if you convert this into a fraction, this becomes much smaller number to deal with, and your multiplication becomes easier. If you are trying to multiply this with this, it is going to take a bit of time for sure. If you have to, let's say, multiply 1.493 and divide that by, if you have to divide this by uh, 7 4 uh,
9.
645. If I have to do this, and if you have to divide this, trust me, it's going to be difficult. It's going to
Yes.
take a lot of time. But if you convert this into a decimal into a fraction and then you deal with it, it'll be like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying there are two options. You have to choose the right option at the right time so that you can save time. You can be efficient and you can be accurate also. Okay. So we will learn how to convert decimal into a fraction.
We
I,
already learned that.
you know that? Okay.
We
So
already learned that
in the
like
previous class. Okay. So
last
let
year.
me let me tell that to the kids who have not learned it before. Okay. If I have to convert 2.12 into, let's say, decimal into fraction, this is a decimal, right? It's very easy. Okay. I can convert into fraction like this. I will put all the numbers as is. Okay. Then in the denominator, I will put a 1 for the decimal. 1
And
for the
then
decimal.
two zeros.
And then count how many digits I have after the decimal. Two digits. So two zeros. Done.
Yeah.
This is my fraction. Now,
Okay.
if I have 0.74 to be converted into a decimal, to a fraction, what I will do? I will write 0.74.
74 and 100.
So 1 for the decimal and then count how many digits? Two digits, two zeros. If I have to convert, come on, 1.246,932 this into a fraction. What will I do? I will just write the numbers 1,246,932. Put a 1 for the decimal and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 digits, 6 zeros. Done. Okay. So this was about converting a decimal into a fraction. And why I'm teaching this now? Because so that when we do decimal multiplication and division, this will become one of the options apart from the regular division and multiplication you can do. Okay. So this is where I would want to stop this class and tell you guys to enjoy the rest of your day, but make sure that Ishan and Shivani tell me about the the date when they want to do the class on the weekday from 6 to 7 p.m. And Gitesh sends me the list of topics and highlights the topics where he wants to cover, and also tells me the date or the day when he'll be available from 6 to 7 so that I can do a one-on-one class with him.
Okay. I'm available any day in Monday through Friday.
Okay, so
But
I'll yeah,
I don't think I'll be available at Wednesday.
that's fine. So then we so Wednesday is the day when you're not available, and Shivani said that she's not available on Monday and
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days are available. You guys
I'm
choose one.
available any day. So
Yeah, no, I'm saying for Shivani and Ishan, they can choose one day and tell me. For you, I will fix up a time. And for Ayush and Abhik, uh, you guys tell me which day if you want to have a class. Okay, I can do it.
sir, you can put me in. Uh,
I'll do it for
you
on
you do
Monday.
it for me. I don't really care
You
where.
send you no. So do one thing, Gitesh. So you send me the list of topics and highlight this one. I'll probably you'll be the first one for whom I will do the class. Maybe on Monday. Okay.
Okay, my mom text.
Yes. So let me stop recording it. Then